Coronation Street viewers are convinced they know Sarah Platt's next move as she struggles to hide the truth about Theo Silverton's death. In dramatic scenes aired on Monday, June 22nd, the ITV soap finally revealed that Sarah was responsible for Theo's demise. Theo had spent months terrorizing Todd Grimshaw, subjecting him to both physical violence and emotional torment. Fans will remember that Theo's body was discovered by Betsy Swain on the night of Lisa Swain and Carla Connor's wedding back in April. Earlier this year, viewers were teased with flash-forward scenes showing Betsy speaking to police after finding the body of someone she knew. A few weeks later, it was confirmed that Theo was the victim. Before his death, he attempted to torment Todd one final time. Since then, police have investigated several potential suspects, including Todd Grimshaw, George Shuttleworth, Summer Spellman, Christina Boyd, Gary Windass, and Danielle Silverton. However, the latest episode confirmed that none of them were responsible. Instead, Sarah delivered the fatal blow during a tense confrontation. A flashback sequence returned to the night Theo died. After receiving a suspicious message from Todd's phone, Sarah went to the flat Todd had previously shared with Theo. There, she encountered an intoxicated Theo standing on scaffolding outside the building. Theo deliberately provoked Sarah, cruelly bringing up the child she and Todd lost more than 2 decades ago. As the argument escalated and Theo became increasingly threatening, Sarah grabbed a metal pipe to defend herself. She struck Theo, causing him to lose his balance and fall from the scaffolding to the ground below. Realizing the seriousness of what had happened, Sarah immediately contacted Gary for help. Gary was far from pleased to find himself dragged into the situation. While Gary continues to keep Sarah's secret for now, despite the strain it is placing on his marriage to Maria, many viewers believe Sarah could ultimately turn against him. With DC Kit Green seemingly determined to build a case against Gary, fans are predicting trouble ahead. Many viewers believe Sarah may allow Gary to take the blame in order to protect herself. Others think Maria could reveal important information that might change the course of the investigation. Some fans have argued that Sarah would prioritize saving herself rather than confessing, while others suspect Gary may eventually accept responsibility to shield her from prosecution. There is also speculation that key events from the night of Theo's death have not yet been shown, leaving room for further twists in the storyline. As the investigation continues, viewers remain divided over whether Sarah will confess or let Gary face the consequences. Sam makes a surprising request in Coronation Street as Nick's concerns continue to grow. The young boy has spent recent weeks receiving treatment in a mental health facility after suffering a severe psychotic episode. During this difficult period, Sam began seeing and hearing Roy Cropper, despite Roy not actually being present, leaving him unable to distinguish reality from his hallucinations. Before Roy appeared in his visions, Sam had been imagining Will Driscoll. He became convinced that Will was targeting him after he exposed the abuse the teenager had endured from Megan Walsh. Prior to revealing the truth to Leanne Battersby about Megan's manipulation of Will, Sam had been pressured by the teacher to stay silent. The emotional strain eventually became overwhelming, pushing him into a mental health crisis at the beginning of June. After a distressing incident in the cafe involving both the real Roy and one of Sam's hallucinations, he ran away from Weatherfield and hid in the precinct. Carla Connor Swain later found him and immediately recognized the warning signs of psychosis because of her own past experiences. Carla contacted Nick, who rushed to support his son and took him to hospital. Medical professionals subsequently detained Sam for treatment before diagnosing him with schizophrenia. Since then, Sam has responded well to his care and has shown significant improvement. In scenes airing soon, Nick and Toya Battersby are informed that there is a strong possibility Sam could return home by the end of the week. However, a new concern emerges when Sam announces that he wants to attend Megan's upcoming court case. He believes seeing the trial firsthand could help him find closure and move forward with his life. Nick, though, is immediately worried about whether such an experience could negatively affect his recovery. As the trial date approaches, Sam becomes increasingly anxious about what the outcome might be. He fears that Megan could be acquitted and worries she may try to retaliate against him afterward. Faced with his son's growing fears, Nick must decide whether allowing Sam to attend the hearing is really the right choice. Speaking about the storyline, Ben Price praised Jude Riordan's work throughout the emotional plot. He said it has been remarkable watching the young actor develop his talent while handling such challenging material. Price described Jude as exceptionally skilled, hardworking, and professional, adding that sharing scenes with him has been both enjoyable and inspiring. He also joked that Jude possesses some of the classic Platt family spirit, making him a perfect fit for the role. Coronation Street's Jody Ramsey could soon find herself pursuing a brand new romance after an unexpected match on a dating app. During Tuesday's episode, the aftermath of Kit Green's explosive dinner gathering continued to send shockwaves through Weatherfield. At the same time, Sarah Platt remained preoccupied with keeping the truth about Theo Silverton's death hidden from those around her. With Sarah overwhelmed and unable to finish a Tin Man costume for Harry's upcoming school performance, David Platt suggested that Jody lend a hand. Happy to help, Jody took over the task, allowing Shona and David to spend some much-needed time together as they continue repairing their relationship while Harper remains in hospital. As Jody worked on the costume using a glue gun, her attention was soon diverted by an alert on her phone. Checking her dating app, she discovered that 2 new matches had appeared. While one failed to spark any interest, the second immediately stood out. Viewers saw Jody react with a smile as she looked at her screen, though the identity of the mystery man was not revealed during the episode. However, upcoming scenes have already exposed who captured her attention. Episodes airing later this week will see Jody arrange a date with Ryan Connor. Yet suspicions quickly arise when she suddenly changes the venue after learning that David and Nick are planning to meet at the bistro. The move raises questions about Jody's true intentions. Although she appears interested in Ryan, some may wonder whether her real objective is to remain close to David rather than start a genuine relationship. The development is particularly surprising given Jody's long-running fixation on David. For months, she has remained determined to pursue him despite repeated failures and setbacks. Her decision to relocate the date at the last moment may fuel speculation that Ryan is simply a convenient distraction while she continues focusing her attention on Shona's husband. According to sources close to the storyline, Jody's feelings for David have not faded in the slightest. One insider claimed that being with David remains her biggest desire. They suggested it is still unclear whether Jody is motivated by a genuine attraction to him or by a desire to make Shona's life miserable. Either way, they insisted she has no intention of giving up after her previous schemes failed. This latest twist follows a series of unsuccessful attempts by Jody to create problems between David and Shona. Earlier in the year, she tried to seduce David, but her plan ended in embarrassment when it completely backfired. More recently, Jody seemed to be moving on after growing close to Daniel Osborne. However, that connection quickly fell apart when Daniel discovered she was the anonymous online troublemaker known as Truth Teller. After uncovering her secret role in a social media campaign targeting him, Daniel ended their association and threw her out. With nowhere else to go, Jody returned to David and Shona's home, placing herself back in the middle of their lives. Since her return, tensions have continued to simmer, leaving many residents wondering what her next move will be and whether her obsession with David will create even more chaos in the weeks ahead.